Alright, so we're just going to jump right into it. This is what it looks like when I use the Cricut for my vinyl labels. Super pretty. Love it. Alright, so here you have the Cricut Joy. See? Turn around. See that? So what I'm going to do now, I am going to cut it exactly, my vinyl exactly to the shape of or the length that it needs to be, which needs to be 5.5 inches wide. So I just measure. Oh, and this is what I'm using right now. It's the Cricut glitter vinyl. Just the Cricut glitter vinyl. You can get it at Michael's or pretty much anywhere. I'm pretty sure you can get it on Amazon too. So I'm just gonna, well, since I already did this part, just gonna cut it out. And then you can cut it to the length that you need. Okay, so then I'm just going to clean this up a little bit. Did I mess this up? Yeah, I messed up that part. Okay, well anyway, so this is it. I'm gonna go ahead and cut another piece. That way I can actually slide it into the Cricut. Okay, so now we're gonna go to our Cricut Design Center and just make sure you have your Bluetooth on where it says Cricut Joy. Well, so it'll say Joy. So then go back to the Cricut Design Center, select new project. I already had my project, so I'm just going to replace that for now. Insert font. If you use Cricut fonts, they're going to charge you like $4.99. I'm not about that life, so I'm just going to use the system fonts. And they do have a lot of fonts, and then if you've actually bought a font in the past, you can upload it into the actual Cricut Center too. So here I just went ahead and typed in Lush Lips. That's what I want to print out, and I am adjusting it to the exact size. So I already measured that I wanted it about 1.5 inches. So that's what you see me doing here. Just placing it exactly. Okay, and then here I'm just showing you the different ways that you can edit. You can change like the actual type of font, the what it looks like. See, like you can even change it from here, but I like it better the other way. Yeah, so you can just change it however you would like it. Okay, so you can change the size of the font from here. See, it got really small. You can change the letter spacing, which it'll make it tighter or closer together. You can change the line space. I guess it's, I mean, honestly, I don't know what the line space is for. Maybe one of you guys do. Yeah, because when I change it, it doesn't do anything. Okay, so then, okay, so see how it just brought me to a closer view of what I'm doing. So that's about 1.25 inches, I would say. So that's fine. Okay, so now I'm going to duplicate it, so I'm going to just keep making the same one because I want the exact same lettering so I can just cut it out easily. And then you can line it up. That way it's easier for you. But the Cricut, it's smart, so it's going to help you out. I mean, you'll see in a second. So I am just duplicating it as many times as I'd like, placing it wherever I want, and it gives you exact measurements too, so if you need something to be super precise, it'll help you too. Okay, so I just used the weld function. That's just going to make it one piece versus, you know, separate letters. And I probably could have done the welding first and then duplicated it, but here we are. All right, so the thing about the Joy is that you don't have to use a mat. So you see here how it lines it up and it stretches it out to about 4.5 inches. It basically wants to use the least amount of space. So, okay. So just go ahead and hit cut it. And then it'll have you select exactly which vinyl you're using, because depending on which type of vinyl, it's going to know how much pressure to actually cut. And if you might, you know, if you need to change the needle or the blade, it'll have you change the blade too. So then you saw me already load it. So in this step, you would just load it and it'll start actually cutting. And then just tap it to go. And here we are, cutting it out. And that's one of the great things about Cricut is you can do it right from your phone or tablet. I love it. So one of the things about the glitter vinyl is that it is very hard to see. I was struggling a little bit trying to see it, but I got it. Don't mind my huge scissors. But right now I'm just cutting it out in between each lush lips, like the whole word, just so I can make it easier on me when I do place it on my lip gloss tubes. Just cutting out the rest of them. Trying to get it nice and clean so it's so much easier for me when I apply. I'm all about working smart, not hard. Okay, so now I'm going to take off basically the background. This is what you would call weeding. And the Cricut, I'm pretty sure it comes with a tool to help you weed. I'm like almost positive, but I didn't open the box, so I don't know. The Cricut's actually my boyfriend's. I just use it. So yeah, so if you have the tool, great. If not, you can use something else, which is what I'm going to do. I don't suggest, you know, running out and buying the actual tool. If you have tweezers, like really sharp tweezers like I have, it's just super easy to actually take the excess off. So like if you have the P's like I had, the P's or like an E, it takes out the little holes, so it's perfect. So if you see right here, it's pretty good. Now, what I'm going to do, they have transfer paper made from Cricut, but I'm just going to use masking tape because that's what I have. FYI, packaging tape does not work. Masking tape works, okay? I learned that. it's just, I guess it's just stickier, so it works a whole lot better. So I'm just placing the tape. I know, I'm so sorry guys, I did not have it in the view of the camera, but you can kind of see it right here, and you'll see it really good later. But for now, I'm just using the back end of the tweezer and pressing the masking tape right onto the actual strip. And I'm making sure that I get around all of the letters, because it'll make it so much easier when you pull it off. You don't want to have to keep going back, which sometimes I do anyway, because the letter isn't as on as I would like it to be. So I'll show you in a second. Whoops. Okay, so now you can gently pull it off. Don't rip it off, just gently pull it off in case you need to go back and push the tape onto it. This just helps to make sure that your letters or your image is exactly the way that you want it. So I don't know why I struggle with the S's, but I just push it back on. Okay, so now that you have it, it's going to go exactly the way that I want it. Imagine trying to put all those little letters on by itself. That sounds like a nightmare. Okay, and then you just smooth it right on. Make sure it's on nice and smooth. I use the back of the tweezer, and again, pull off gently. And voila, you have a beautiful, sassy, glittery vinyl label. It just gives it so much oomph. I mean, at least I think so. I love my little labels. And now, as you can see, it's super easy. So I'm just going to speed it up here. That way you can just watch. Okay, and here I slowed it down again, that way you can see exactly what I'm doing. I kind of figured that you couldn't see it from where I was at, so I'm just smoothing it out, making sure that tape is right on the vinyl. Make it super easy for me.